Hello everyone and welcome back to my series of What if Piccolo was the strongest fighter in Dragon Ball. I appreciate everyone coming back from the previous part, or returning later on even. I really want to make this series a big thing, and it is the start of my YouTube journey, so thank you for returning and watching my videos. That being said, let's get into the what if. We begin after the 3-year training for the androids, with the sea fighters finally ready to take on the threat that approaches. Speaking of Piccolo, he'd be way stronger due to his determination to keep up with the rest of the fighters, and he would specifically be working with Kaioken and trying to improve his base form. After 3 years in training, the Sea Fighters would end up going to the location that Trunks had the androids be at. They would have trouble finding them at first, but eventually Yamcha would be the first to find the pair of androids. Yamcha would try and fight them, but he would be quickly overpowered, with the others arriving not long after. The others would arrive to see a dying Yamcha, and Goku would order Krillin to give him a senzu bean and then evacuate him from the area. Goku would challenge the androids to a fight away from the civilians. It would take some convincing, but they would finally manage to take the androids out to the countryside to start the fight. Finally, away from innocence, the androids would step up to fight, and with the one known as Android 19 stepping up to fight Goku. The fight would be going surprisingly bad for Goku, but everyone would equate it to the android's ability to steal energy. It wouldn't be the energy stealing that would be the problem, it would be the strain from the heart virus, which would be causing Goku to be weakened by quite a lot. 19 and 20 would be trying to finish the job when Vegeta would show up out of nowhere and turn Super Saiyan for the first time. Vegeta would use his power and tactics to destroy 19, and Android 20 would take this as a time to escape. They would follow him, and eventually they would end up in a canyon area with the android managing to hide well. It's well enough in fact that he would be able to sneak up on Piccolo, but Piccolo would manage to telepathically get in contact with Gohan, and Gohan would free his mentor. After recovering from eating a senzu bean, he would challenge the android to a fight, to which 20 would accept. 20 would be shocked at Piccolo's power, as he would easily be outmatched and gravely injured not long into the fight. Piccolo would also be surprised by how weak the android is, considering how strong he seems. Either way, before even considering finishing the fight, future Trunks would show back up and then inform the group that this is not how his future played out. Piccolo would also have revealed his heritage upon seeing him, which would shock the rest of the group. However, during this distraction, 20 would end up vowing to return with more androids and escape from the scene. Bulma, who would have viewed the android before he left, would inform the group that was the famous scientist known as Dr. Gero. After asking Bulma some questions, they would head out to the presumed location of Gero's base. It wouldn't take long for them to find the base, but they would arrive only too late to see that Gero had activated his android. They would ignore their critter and end up going to activate another android, to which he would tell them not to. It would be then when they would end their critter's life, not wanting to follow his orders. Trunks, afraid that this future is going to end up like his, sends an all-out attack to destroy the androids, which to his dismay does nothing to them. 17, 18, and a newly activated 16 would then head out to complete 16's objective of trying to find and end Goku. Vegeta would be overconfident of his Super Saiyan abilities, and he would want to go fight the androids. Trunks and the others would warn him not to, but he would still go off and look for the fight. They would of course have to chase down Vegeta and make sure that he doesn't get himself killed, and they would only step into the fight when Vegeta would start to get beat down by 18, and everyone would end up joining, with the exception of Krillin. The interaction with Krillin would go normal, and after the fight, Piccolo would be shocked that even with increased strength, he couldn't beat the androids, so he would go into the only thing that would be a short-term solution, which is fusing with Kami. Piccolo would try and convince Kami to fuse with him, and he would be reserved about the idea in the beginning until Kami would realize there would be a bigger threat just about to emerge, which would make him want to accept, and Piccolo would once again become his one true self after all these years. While all this would be happening, the Sea Fighters would be moving Goku to a more secure location to protect him from the androids that are hunting him. Up at the lookout, Piccolo would be starting to become aware of what Kami had sensed, and he would realize that he has to go and face this threat and try and end it. Piccolo would arrive at Ginger Town, and sensing the loss of life, he would see clothing strewn about with no one in it. He would look around for the threat, but a bug creature would soon make itself known. The creature would call itself Cell and would say it's on a path to perfection, and that it is a combination of DNA from the strongest fighters that Dr. Gero could find. Piccolo and Cell would face off, and Piccolo would know it would be his job at this moment to try and defeat the creature. And that's where we're going to be ending off this part right now. Thank you for watching the video, and there is so many other content creators you could be watching. Thank you for giving me views and likes on my other video, and I really do appreciate the support from all of you. If you want to support the channel, you can like and subscribe. I'm probably going to be starting a new series soon, so you maybe look out for that if you want to subscribe and do all that. With that being said, I am out.